Welcome to Duo Chat with Brittany
and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows
like Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill, and more.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Cynthia.
And today we're talking about Season 8, Episode 6, titled Not Afraid, aired October 19th, 2010, and the synopsis is:
As Halloween approaches in Tree Hill, Brooke and Julian get an unexpected visitor, and Nathan begins a new career. Meanwhile, Clay and Quinn struggle with life back at the beach house, and Haley and Mia host an open mic night at Tric.
Okay. I definitely was not into the whole beginning.
Oh, with Quinn's nightmare?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. I was like, it was a waste of my 2 minutes of life.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
I mean, when I first saw this, it was unexpected because it wasn't anything like gory or horror like this before.
Yeah, or like a part of the show, so it was weird.
And yeah, and like everybody was in it too, not just Clay and Katie.
Yeah, because they went to even close over Bros the store. So
Mm-hmm. And apparently Quinn ended up dead herself at the end because of Jamie turning, apparently. And then it was kind of funny though how Quinn and Haley were fighting over if they were zombies or vampires. And then yeah, another random oh well, this nightmare makes Quinn paranoid still with everything. So now she, at some point when we don't know or when Clay doesn't know, she purchased a gun too and keeps it in one of the drawers in the bedroom. And then we get another intro with another random person seeing it. I really don't know who's that now.
did we see the gun at the beginning of the episode? Because I didn't see it at the beginning of the episode. I saw it when Clay saw it.
No, yeah, I saw it right before the theme or intro.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because she woke up from the nightmare and checked to see if it was like still there.
Mm.
And then at the house with Haley and Nathan, Haley tells Jamie happy Halloween as he's playing a video game while wearing a creepy clown mask.
Yeah, but then of course it's not Jamie, it's Chuck.
Mm-hmm. And you know, she's freaked out and Jamie laughs. And apparently Chuck says that the clown mask is his dad's that he wears.
I was surprised to hear about his dad because we never really hear about him. We've seen his mom, we've heard about his mom like having a drinking problem and stuff, and we know she's not nice. And I never heard about the dad though until this episode, really.
Yeah, with this creepy fact of the mask.
Well, I mean, honestly, when you picture the mom and then you hear this about the dad, you know now why Chuck is Chuck.
Mm-hmm. And then Nathan is going to take them out trick-or-treating later. And then we see Clay and Nathan talking about the Bobcats season opener tonight. And he's telling Nathan he's sorry he's not there. And Nathan's still processing that he's not playing anymore. And then they talk about a player called Troy Jameson. And apparently they're like, he's deciding like if he wants to sign for something somewhere.
Yeah, I think Clay.
NFL.
I think Clay wants to try to represent him if he can.
Yeah,
but of course he really should just be focusing on trying to get better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of like two birds with one stone. He can have Nathan try out being an agent, and he can still kind of, you know, help on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Nathan, of course, doesn't think he can do it, but Clay reminds him that he knows, you know, what athletes are thinking and how they want to feel presented with their career. And then Millie goes to Tric, giving Mouth a small pumpkin and tells him happy Halloween. and then tells him that she listened to his podcast last night and she never thought she would learn so much about cricket.
I think I'm beginning to think that right now the only person that's listening to his podcast is Millie.
Mm-hmm.
Is it weird that all of a sudden they're starting to talk about his podcast more?
Yeah, I guess that's what he's doing right now, as when it comes to a job.
Yeah, but he's not getting paid.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, right now he did get the job at the bar, thank God. But yeah, I don't know what he has been doing.
Mm-hmm. And then she asks if they're going to hang out later after the party. He says they can.
He's annoying because you can clearly tell she wants to hang out with them and see if there's anything there,
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, nah, we're just
Right.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
So annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chase even tells him that she wants to get back together.
Yeah, and he's like, no, she doesn't. And he's like, yeah, she does. And I'm like, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But then he told him to deal with his own drama.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay.
And that's when Mia walks up. And Chase tells her that Millie gave Mouth that pumpkin, so Mia even knows that means that they're getting back together. So she asks, but that's not the case. And then she wanted to talk to Chase, saying that she's sorry Alex left town, and she never wanted him to get hurt.
Yeah, okay.
And Chase says that they both know she wanted her gone.
Mm-hmm.
So just to do him a favor and not pretend to care. And then at the crisis center that Haley's at, she's speaking with the same woman from before. And apparently she hasn't called for a while because she thought she'd be wasting Haley's time.
Mm-hmm. But clearly she doesn't get that many calls that are important like that. Because I remember when she first started, she was getting how do you make this? And, oh, I need to order pizza. And this, it's like, oh my God, this is not that kind of call.
Right. And then the woman ends up telling her cheers in her language. I can't remember how to say it, but S-A or S-L-A-I-N-T-E. And then tells Haley that her name is Erin. And then we go to Brooke, who is at home looking at an article about herself in a magazine. And then Julian walks in.
I guess she just wants to see what everybody's saying about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess she must have did an article about, losing the company or something.
Because, you have to think, she's home all day now.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have anything else to keep her busy. So, yeah, I can see where she would just be drowning in that.
Mm-hmm. And then Julian walks in asking how she's feeling today, calling her beautiful, but Brooke says she doesn't feel very beautiful. So Julian says he's going to get a mirror so her reflection would change her mind about that. But Brooke tells him to stop because she's not feeling good. And there's nothing to talk about because the company is gone. Everything she worked so hard to build. And Julian says not all of it, but Brooke tells him she signed everything away. So he takes her hands and asks, why was Clothes Over Bro so successful? Then answers it's because of her. Every design, detail, idea that came from her. And it's still there. She can't sign that away. And Brooke doesn't know who she is without Clothes Over Bros because she started it when she was about 17, 18 years old.
Mm-hmm. I liked when he said that it's Halloween, you don't need to know who you are. It's one day you can play pretend, basically.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when.
So yeah, I love when the doorbell rings and Brooke is grumpy, going to get it, and is rude to the lady at the door, calling her old and everything, and because there's no, trick or treating hasn't started yet, and how she's too old for it, and then she said, "Is my son here?" It was hilarious, and Brooke's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Immediately regretting how she treated her.
And then do you realize, Julian comes around the corner and I don't know, the look he was giving was just kind of to Brooke, what? It's did you not hear what she was saying?
Right. Guess not. Yeah, so apparently she's there early before the wedding. So
It
then,
was weird when she said that she is gonna be here for the next couple weeks before the wedding.
mhm,
I was like, what? Because if you go by like Haley's pregnancy,
mhm,
at their wedding, she is pregnant.
right,
Right now, she's not so pregnant. Like she has a little belly, but it's nothing compared to what it's going to be at their wedding.
mhm,
And so I'm like, that's more than just a couple weeks of, you know what I mean?
mhm,
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a couple months till their wedding
right,
because their wedding isn't till like, mid-season or something. So I'm like, yeah, it's not going to be till like really next year, honey. Like you're going to be there all that time.
right.
That's a long time.
Yeah, especially if they haven't been planned anything yet. I mean, not planned, but haven't done anything with the plans yet.
Well, I was going to say, I think Brooke did plan it, but then she lost the company. So now she can't afford it.
Right. Yeah, but she didn't put anything together, so it can't happen that fast unless they do something really, really small.
I mean, Tree Hill has done plenty of quick weddings.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be done.
Right.
Especially if Brooke has all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that just means that Brooke wasn't even going to meet her mother-in-law until the wedding day.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think that's weird.
Well, I think it's weird that she's never, because they've been together for a couple of years now, or at least known each other a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird how she's never seen a picture of his mother.
Right.
Like, I get you might not meet her because, like, she might live, half across like the world or something where you might not see her, but like you would at least probably see like a picture or something of her so you know what she looks like. It's
Mm-hmm.
just weird how they've been together all that time and she didn't know. Also, do you remember when like Julian's dad came to town? Burke had kind of like the same reaction, like she didn't know who he was, like what are you doing here? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
we're doing the same thing with his mom. I'm like, how is it Brooke don't know who these people are?
Right.
Like, I get you might not have met these people, but you don't know. You've never seen a picture. And given how he's a mama's boy, you would think that he would have showed her a picture.
Right. Because he probably sent his mom pictures of Brooke by now.
Right. So it's weird how you're not, like, you love your mom so much. You're going to listen to everything she says while you're not even going to show your bride to be a picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's very messed up.
I thought it was funny how Sylvia says that she showed up early because apparently she's getting old, so why wait? Because Brooke was calling her old. Yeah.
Jabbing at her.
Yeah, Brooke's just like shaking her hand, nervous of her first impression that she gave her, soon to be mother-in-law. And then at Clay's beach house, Clay and Nathan are working out. And then after a bit, Clay wants to take a break, but Nathan asks if he ever give him a break.
Nathan's like, did you ever give me a break? And he goes, I got shot. And he goes, okay, you can't be using that the rest of your life. And I was like, actually, Nathan, I feel Clay can use that the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I mean, he did almost die.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly the gunshot wound was very deep and everything. So, I mean, he probably still has that in him.
Yeah, and he would have died without that transplant. So,
because some people get shot and the bullet's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's right. It's creepy, but yeah. So I'm just like, I feel he deserves to use that forever. Also, like he can't really do anything yet, like his hands and everything,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, what?
Right.
Like he's still trying to relearn how to do things. So I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Nathan, you kind of ruined yourself on your own.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. And then Chuck and Madison are waiting for Jamie to walk out in his Harry Potter costume. And when he does, Chuck laughs at him, saying he would have made a better Harry.
I love Madison, but I hate Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have to have him be friends with a bully.
Right.
I mean, and the bully isn't even bullying other kids. He's bullying the friend.
Yep, just Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like here's the thing. Is like I know that Nathan was friends with Tim and Tim loved to say things to others, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one person he never ever said anything to was Nathan.
Right.
Because I do think a part of him respected Nathan. Well, he just didn't respect anybody else. Well, this one might be a little like him by just the things he says, but this one is mean. He goes after Jamie. And I'm like, so even having the bully on your side means nothing because Chuck is still Chuck. He still
Right.
is the bully.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that the writers made Chuck still continue to bully him. And I mean, what's that teaching other kids?
Mm-hmm.
If they watch, like, oh, my friend can sit there and bully me.
Right.
I should be friends with the bully
Mm-hmm.
so that I can be tortured every day.
Right.
Like, that's not a good message to send to kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know that first time when Jamie did stand up to him?
Right.
That was a teachable lesson. And then from there, he should not have been friends with Chuck unless Chuck changed.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't changed. All he does is like say his family is weird and not fun and all of this. And then talking about Jamie and appearances. And it's like, oh my God, go away.
Mm-hmm.
This is why Chuck probably has no friends.
Right.
Realistically, he should have no friends.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Jamie looked very cute.
Yeah, like how Madison told him that.
Yeah.
And then Chuck tries to argue that Madison's character, Hermione, had a crush on Ron, his character in the books. And Jamie calls him out saying he didn't read the books. So Chuck says the movies then. And then I liked how Jamie came back with, he was going to dress up as that legend witch Laura from the camping episode, but didn't because Chuck would have peed his pants again. So, trying to get him back, embarrass him in front of Madison.
Yeah, and he's like, no. And it's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that if he has an accident, they have a washer and dryer at the house. And then Quinn gets home as Clay's putting the candy into a bowl for the kids, talking about how when he was little, he never picked out what he wanted, so he wanted to give these kids the options. And then, he sees something's off with her, so she explains that she doesn't want random strangers on their front porch.
I totally get that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they should be opening the door for anyone unless they know them.
Right.
I mean, they just got out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're not 100%. Also, they're probably going to have PTSD, or at least Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be very weird if you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least one of you. You know what I mean? Like if they both were like, just got to the hospital and everything's fine, and the next episode they don't talk about it, and I would be very upset with that.
Right.
Because you would be going through all these emotions that Quinn's going through.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I liked how they have the camera so they can see outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't understand why they're living here.
Right.
Because I said when it first happened that I would not be staying there.
Right.
So it's just weird how they don't move.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't even see how Nathan was able to get the blood out of the carpet in the bedroom. Because I know he was cleaning it, so I'm guessing that it would have just been easier to replace the whole carpet at least.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like he was scrubbing that hard.
Okay, yeah, because it was just like a kind of waste of time too.
Well, yeah, I mean, the blood would have been soaked in because they were there for 3 days.
Yeah. And then Nathan goes to meet Troy at a restaurant to, convince him to sign with Clay's agency, whatever it's called.
And
does it have a name?
Yeah, Fortitude.
Yeah, just they haven't mentioned it for a while, so I forgot.
Also, so apparently this Troy guy is a big fan of Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what he wants to talk about, which is weird.
Well, I mean, he's a fan, so I get why he wanted to, talk about the games and everything that Nathan was in.
Yeah, but that was so
And,
long ago.
well, it's just last season though, wasn't it? So not that long ago. And then,
Well, they're playing Duke. Duke is college, so it was college.
mm,
Because he said Maryland, and that's who he was playing back then. He was
okay.
with Maryland, and it was the Final Four
Okay.
in the March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. So apparently what Nathan said, to get him, convince him that whose holdout is it? So Troy said that he was asking himself that question for a while now, and he's the only one that's, asked him it. So, and then Julian is with his mom for dinner somewhere, and she's ready for her second drink already. And then he asks if she likes Brooke, and his mom says she's very nice, but strikes her as high maintenance, which wouldn't be a problem
Yeah,
if
she
she hadn't
didn't
lost
lose
her
all
money.
her. Yeah, what?
Mm-hmm. So it kind of sounds like she's kind of like Victoria and thinks Brooke's gonna kind of like a gold digger with Julian in a way, and take
Well,
advantage of him.
I don't like this for Brooke, the fact that Sylvia does act a lot like Victoria.
Mm-hmm. And the drinking.
And well, it's not even that, but just how she treats people. Like they're beneath her. And
Mm-hmm.
because she already has to deal with that with Victoria and trying to basically buy her affection, she
Mm-hmm.
now is gonna have to do it times two. Like, I don't like that for her. Like, that's not what Brooke deserves.
Yeah, I was
Because
thinking how.
Brooke is a changed person. Like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
season 1, Brooke was not nice. She was like this. But I love this version of her. And I don't like that she now has to deal with it with her mother-in-law now.
Right. Yeah, because I was just thinking how well she got along with Karen when she was with Lucas, but
Well, that's because Karen was a different person. She was normal.
yeah, I'm just saying like she just can't get lucky with finding another in-law like that again,
Well, also,
or mother-in-law, mother figure, anything.
though, if you remember, Karen, when she first met Brooke, she didn't like her.
Yeah.
And when Lucas was getting on the hospital, remember, Karen, it was just Brooke was never leaving the hospital, and Karen's like, I want time alone with my son. All, you know what I mean? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she was too clingy and just wanted to be with Lucas 24/7. And it's like, Karen doesn't even know you.
Mm-hmm.
And then even when they went home, she just seemed to always be there. And Karen didn't like it at first,
Mm-hmm.
until she grew on her, until she got to know her. I think that's just, I guess, what people think of her at first. But again, when Karen did meet her, this was back in season 1.
Right.
The version I was saying. So, I mean, this is a totally different version. Like if Karen re-met her, like
Mm-hmm.
Karen would have loved her.
Right.
So yeah, it's just different. But yeah, I just don't like that she's got to deal with it all over again.
Mm-hmm. And then Brooke does show up there with the book for ideas for the wedding and wants to share them with Sylvia to bond, get to her.
To bond. And then all
Mm-hmm.
Sylvia wants to do is talk negative.
Right.
And she was like, saying how she wants to pay for the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But yet she's going to judge everything about it and change everything.
Yeah, like she criticized Brooke about something, but then or the colors, and says she loved the option that Julian picked out for the flowers, of course.
Well, it's just annoying because it's like, this is Brooke's wedding. I mean, and Julian's, but like,
Mm-hmm.
this is not your wedding, Sylvia. Like,
Right.
if you're going to pay for it, you need to pay for it and shut up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get an input. Unless they ask you, like, hey, I have these 2 colors. Which one do you like? And they're asking like a bunch of people and they're trying to figure this out. That's one thing if they ask for your opinion. But for you to just be like, this is how it's going to go. And, this is what it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your taste is totally different because you are older.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke's in her 20s. Like, she's going to have a totally different mindset of what she wants. And also, Brooke now, because she doesn't have money, I think also in her mind, she also has to kind of probably change some things because she doesn't have the money to pay for it. So I think in her mind, she's still trying to do that.
Right.
Like, some things have to go. But yeah, I just don't like the whole, I'm a pay for it. And they're like, cool, thank you. And then she's like, but it's got to be blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Like, and how can you just sit there? Like, if you're Julian, what?
Right. Yeah.
Like, this is what I mean by like the mama's boy crap. Like,
Mhm.
you need to stand up to your mom about your wedding. Otherwise, you're not going to have a bride at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like it because he sat there and let her do that.
Right.
And I would not have let my parents do that to the person that I love the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because again, who's he starting a life with? Mommy or Brooke?
Right.
So I didn't like that either. Like, Julian definitely was not standing up to her.
Yeah, like how Nathan has with his parents when they talked bad about Haley.
Yeah, like when he got married and he told his mom to shut up. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like that kind of thing. And he's, yelled at Dan plenty of times about Haley. So it's like,
And punched him
yeah.
too.
Well, yeah, and he also didn't give a crap if he lost that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He was willing to risk it all to be with Haley.
Right.
And I think like that's admirable.
Mm-hmm.
What Julian is doing is honestly being a wimp.
Yeah, coward. Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't love Brooke then. And the thing is too, like Julian is not a character that's been there from the start.
That's what?
He's not been there from the start.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
Like because Brooke she will always have like a special place in everyone's hearts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who are we going to side with? Even if she's wrong, even if Brooke might be wrong, we will always side with our Brooke. So I'm just like, Julian, you're going to have plenty of enemies. I'm like, it's like these little things that Julian does. I always have wondered, like, how did fans actually want Brooke to be with him? Like he was kind of rude in season 6. He, in season 7, put Alex first. Here, he's putting his mom first. Like, how did fans really want Julian and Brooke together? Didn't they want Brooke to be with somebody that was going to be with her and choose her every time?
Yeah, I mean, I like Julian too, just because he was better than Lucas in a way, but also.
No. Let's not go that far because Lucas and Peyton are good. Lucas was not good in the relationship with Brooke.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, Julian was better. But also, if it wasn't Julian, then maybe I would probably want to see her end up with Chase.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's like Chase is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like it because I know fans love Julian.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still just wondering why.
I mean, yeah, there was a point at the beginning when he did fight for her because she was afraid to let him in. But then after that, kind of went up and down a lot with him.
Yeah. I'm like, he didn't care how she felt about certain things anymore. And it's like, but these are things that are causing a rift in your relationship and you didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
You cared about the other person. And here is another thing. You're caring about your mom's opinion more than you do about Brooke. And I'm just saying, like, especially as a fan, and because we've seen her in terrible relationships,
Mm-hmm.
all you want is Brooke to be with somebody that wants her 100%. That's going to stand up for her the way that Nathan does.
Yeah.
That's going to protect her the way that Nathan and Lucas will of their women. Like, that's what you want. And honestly, the past couple seasons, I have not seen it out of them. Yeah, we saw it
Right.
like that one time in season, 6? And then that was
Mhm.
it. That was it. Everything, nope. And that's what I mean is after that, I don't really know how you can go back to liking him again.
I mean, he was supportive of her when she lost the company and everything, and it was nice the way he proposed. But yeah, like there's just many ups and downs. So
Well, and I feel like especially like in a relationship, there's just some things that you should take into account of like, should you really be with this person?
right.
And I feel like it's kind of like, is the relationship kind of toxic in a way? Like, should
Right.
you show this to fans to idolize?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like you're showing the audience, like, look, just be Brooke. Just finally pick them. Like she's in her 20s. Like she could find the love of her life at 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got time.
Right.
So I think like that's also the part that sucks is like Brooke. I know like show purposes like, oh, Brooke needs a man, but it's like she's done perfectly well by herself. She's like one of those people that nobody has ever fought for her, so she fights for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I guess she's ignored the times that he doesn't fight for her.
Right.
I guess maybe that's why where like Peyton needed Lucas, Haley needed Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't need anybody.
Right.
So I guess she's just taking it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like it.
And then Millie comes back to Tric and asks Mouth where the pumpkin went, and she figures out that he tried to carve it. Just kind of surprised because I thought it was kind of obvious those aren't to carve, but
Well, he was also annoying because he's like, what pumpkin? And she goes, the one I brought you this morning. And I'm like, what an idiot.
yeah, he was trying not to look stupid. Yeah.
He was being stupid. Like, yeah, let's try not to act, but then you are stupid.
Mm-hmm. And then he tells her that he wants to make sure she knows like this whole thing between them isn't serious, and they shouldn't jump back into a relationship right now because he's not ready.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah, acting like she's not hurt. Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, because she went there to like hang out with them and stuff. And then she said she has to go. And I'm like, okay, if that doesn't tell you goodbye
Mm-hmm.
from
No,
Millie,
she's hurt. Yeah.
I don't know what will, because like that was definitely the way of, you're right, we won't be together. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, dummy, because Mouth still acts like, yep, she got it. And it's like, you know, like at the party later, he acts like she understands.
Right.
You're right. She changed her mind. She now understands you two won't be a couple
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Right.
And I'm happy for it because why should he get to dictate?
Mm-hmm. And then with Sylvia and Brooke too, I didn't like how Sylvia told her that she could call her mom, and then like pauses until after she calls her mom, and then says not until after the wedding, and then says kidding because you can tell she wasn't kidding.
Yeah, like don't call me mom because you might not be together.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like
she
like
like we can,
I'm
yeah, you can tell this is her plan is to, make her miserable trying to plan the wedding with her just to end up ending breaking things off with Julian, like getting
yeah,
rid of her. Yeah.
like she can't be the middle one to break it up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
obnoxious.
Yep. And then it's trick-or-treating time, and Clay is giving out candy while Quinn is cutting up apples in the kitchen. And it was kind of funny to see that TV because I have the same one in my kitchen. But Quinn ended up dressing like a superhero with a little cape, and Clay's dressed like not zombie, a vampire. And Quinn thinks he's a zombie, but he has the teeth to show that he's a vampire.
Well, and what's crazy is that she had that nightmare and then he literally dresses up as that.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
Wouldn't you be terrified if like you had a nightmare and that person dressed up as that?
Yeah, I would probably tell him to change into something or at least take the teeth off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd probably run.
Hmm.
Also, when he said, "What are you dressed as?" She was like, "I'm Super Quinn." He goes, "I don't know about that." I'm like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Yeah, the cape
Why
was
is
cool.
everybody? Why are some people in this episode just irritating me?
Yeah, I think that has to be Jamie's cape too, with it being so small. You know.
Probably, but she looked cute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is up with the guys in this show right now?
I don't know. But she, her paranoia gets to her because she thinks one of the it looked like she was a teenager, but she mistakes her for Katie and, pulls Clay back in and closes the door. But then he opens the door and it's the teenager girl.
Yeah, and they're all like looking at it. Okay, you know what I find funny is like they're like, because it seems like the bowl is never empty
Right, yeah.
of candy. I'm like, if they're grabbing handfuls because they're telling them to grab handfuls, you're gonna be without candy soon.
Yeah, unless he has more in the back, yeah.
If you are, but every time they would show the bowl, it was always like full.
Maybe Clay keeps feeling it, so the kids have all the options. I don't know.
But I was just like, because even when like Clay walks away and Quinn is out there, she said, take more, take more. Like I heard her say that, and I was like, girl, you're trying to give all the candy away?
Yeah,
isn't that only like the start of the night?
Right. This must be their first time giving out candy. And then I don't know what time it is, but Jamie, Chuck, and Madison are still waiting for Nathan to take them trick-or-treating.
Okay, so what is up with that? The fact that it already started because Clay and Quinn are passing out candy.
Yep.
And they've been doing it, seem like, for a while. And then here you have Nathan not even taking them out yet.
I guess his meeting with Troy ended longer than he thought. But he does show up like a second later. And Haley now just also sees them in their costumes. I thought that was weird. Like, how long were they sitting there with like nobody watching them?
Well, I had another thought.
Hmm.
Why didn't Haley just go take them and then Nathan could like meet up and take them himself?
Yeah, I guess because she needed to go to Tric, but it seems like she wasn't in a rush to get there. So yeah, I don't know.
No, she went to the store with Brooke.
Oh yeah, to get the costumes very, very, very last second. Yeah,
that was
also weird.
That was my problem because I was like,
yeah.
who goes to the store, the Halloween store on Halloween to get your costume?
Yeah, unless this thing was planned together at the last minute, but still.
They're the ones planning it. I would have assumed they would have already been, like, even if they didn't put flyers out and stuff, they would have already known ahead of time, this is what we're doing. I mean, I think they do it every Halloween. They always dress up at Tric on Halloween. So I was like, this isn't new. So I was like, why wouldn't you have a costume? Also, these people have money, so they should have already had a costume. And even if you didn't go out or anything, use it for the next year or something. Like, and also, what are you really going to get last minute? And also, that's going to fit you.
Right. Kind of surprised Brooke didn't make them something.
Well, I think she's been a little busy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying if she was in the mood to make something, she could have if she wanted. Yeah. And then Haley thanks Chuck for not wearing that clown mask again. He says he only did it because his dad needed it tonight. So Haley wishes she hadn't brought that up, of course. And so yeah, she wants to get a couple's costume, but Nathan doesn't.
Yeah, and then they go to the store, and then that's when Brooke wants to do the couple's costume. It's funny.
Yeah, and Haley doesn't get it. And then Clay finds Quinn looking out the window. She knows she scared the little girls, and Clay says that they probably would have ended up in therapy anyway, and tells her that he thought she was doing better, and Quinn says she thought so too. So that's when she asks if he gets scared. He says sometimes, but they have to live their lives. They can't live in fear. And then Quinn says she's been home for almost 2 weeks. It seems longer than that, but...
Well, she said we've been home, which means Clay's been home for 2 weeks. Because Quinn was staying at Haley's until Clay got home.
Right.
So they've been... I don't think she's had nightmares like that until they moved to the beach house.
Right, yeah.
Which I understand, because again, the attack didn't happen at Haley's. So she was safe.
Right.
Which is where they should have been, so that Nathan and Haley could take care of the two of them. Just saying.
Yeah, so I did like how now Clay asks if they should move, if that would make her feel better.
Even though I've been saying it.
Yeah.
So annoying that he's just now realizing they should move.
But then he also tells her to take that job in South Africa to get away for a while.
Yeah, that's going to make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she says she'll think about it. And
Well, and
then
also remember, she came back to life because she wanted to be with him.
mm-hmm.
And then you're saying,
Right.
go to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Right.
She came back to the real world so that she could be with you.
Right.
And then you're like, go on, get out of
Mm-hmm.
here.
Right. And then with the kids, Chuck is still acting like he's all that by telling Madison that he has twice as much candy as Jamie does.
First of all, how? If you go the same amount of houses.
Apparently, Jamie says it's because he was grabbing hands full of candy when they say only take one. So, yeah, nobody, like Nathan or nobody, like told him not to do that, I guess.
Well, Nathan probably would have just said he ate my kid.
Yeah.
He would probably just claim Madison and Jamie and not that one.
Mm-hmm. So they have a few more houses left until they get to a dark and creepy one.
Yeah, and Chuck is encouraging him and making him go, and but telling him how scary it is and everything.
Yeah.
And then Jamie decides not to go, and then of course he's calling him like chicken and everything.
Yeah. Well,
But did you realize Nathan didn't say anything?
Well, he did because Chuck was talking about the story about the guy that lives there and chopping up kids and eating them basically, and Nathan says that's Hansel and Gretel.
No, but
So-
I'm saying when he's talking negatively about his son.
Oh, before that, yeah.
Like when Jamie decides not to do it,
Mm-hmm.
Nathan doesn't say a word.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't. So they skipped that one, and then Brooke gets home with their costumes from Julian's favorite movie, to make him happy about that because he doesn't like Halloween. That's at least what he told Brooke. And then she sees him in a Dalmatian costume, a grown man Dalmatian costume.
Yeah, she's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "You'll see in a minute." And
Mm-hmm.
his mom is Cruella.
Yep. Yeah, that's
And
pretty
again,
creepy.
he's a grown man, and he doesn't
Mhm.
say, "No, Mom, I'm not dressing like this anymore."
Yeah, I never heard of a grown man dressing with his mom for Halloween. That's just really weird. And then Nathan brings the kids to the last house of the night, and Chuck says he's going to get 2 handfuls this time. So then the kids go to the front door while Nathan meets a Bobcats fan. And he tells Nathan he bets he'd give anything to play tonight. But Nathan looks at Jamie and says, not really, knowing that this is all he needs. And then at Tric, Nathan shows up in his costume, making Chase ask him if he's drinking bourbon tonight. And Nathan says, sure, if that's what ad men drink. But then says he wants to get a drink from mouth instead and tells Chase no offense. And Chase says he's just going to pour it from a bottle. What could go wrong? And then tells Nathan Mouth had something to tell him anyway. Yeah. And then Haley's with Mia somewhere else in Tric, hating how many people showed up with clowns, dressed as clowns tonight.
Well, I made it as Halloween.
Yeah. And apparently Haley hates the sad ones just as much as the scary ones. And then they get to the bar and Mia asks Chase what he thinks of her costume, which is a mermaid. And then Chase sees Haley's dressed as a pregnant cheerleader.
Yeah, and she's like, "I'm me in high school. Okay, aren't you supposed to be a character?
Yeah.
Not
it's so
yourself."
funny, but yeah. And it's funny because the stomach looked really, really fake compared to the fake belly she wore in season 3 or 4, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wondering what his costume is, and he says he's dressed up as a guy that keeps getting dumped. So I get why he wanted to make that at a dig at Mia, but it sounded like he also got dumped by Alex when he was the one that dumped her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Mia says she has to start the open mic night, and Haley tells Chase to take it easy on Mia. She's trying, to be friends with him. So then Mia announces on stage that Red Bedroom Records is always looking for new talent. So to take a number, and they can all go one by one. And then number 1 goes first, and she's dressed as a pageant girl. And then Brooke and Millie get there in their costumes.
Okay. So Brooke is just so cool with Millie.
Oh yeah, after the financial thing, yeah.
After what she pulled, I wouldn't trust that girl. Like trying to be a little sidekick with Victoria. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, Mouth didn't get it because she was like, I'm a free bitch, baby.
Mhm.
And, she gets, he doesn't get it. So he walks away because, she's Lady Gaga.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, okay, Mouth, there you go.
Mm-hmm. And Brooke also has to tell him what she is as well, and he doesn't get it either.
Well, I didn't get it either.
Right. Yeah, I didn't look up the movie if that was a real movie, Clockwork Orange or not. It sounds like it's fake, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But Mouth did tell her he was sorry about her, having to sell the store, or, not the store, but the business,
company,
and
yeah.
that he's always admired her ability to fight through obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, she has always had to do it by herself.
Yeah. And then Julian introduces Chase to his mom, and Chase suggests their Halloween cocktail that he makes, and Julian warns her not to drink it, but she says yes
she's
anyways.
She's like, I'm doing it. She takes a drink and she says, she's like, this is bad.
Mm-hmm.
She kept saying it. It was funny.
Yeah. And then Chase asks Julian if he's talked to Alex, and he says, yeah, she's doing great. Besides for the director being a control freak, the movie's going well. But he knows she misses him, though.
And he's like, oh, did she say that? And he doesn't say a word.
Yeah, so she didn't. Yep. And then apparently Julian's been working on that documentary of his own about starting over and what comes next. So he left, to talk to him about it, being in it. And then Chase gives, like I said, he used a fake eyeball as an, using an olive for the drink as well. That was something. And meanwhile, Mouth is showing his fake abs. That's part of his costume to a couple of women. And Nathan tells him nice six-pack. He's so douchey even when the abs are plastic. And Mouth says that's exactly what he's going for. And then Chase asks Nathan if he's ever high-fived Julian. So it's just random as well.
Yeah, it's like, where did this come from? Nathan also wants to know. And so apparently apparently Mouth high-fived him and then made Chase do it. So now they're making Nathan go and do it.
Yep.
Yeah. So he does.
Yeah, and Julian jumps a little bit, it makes a little hop in the air and kind of makes a pushing motion of his hand than a regular high five,
Yeah, and that was funny because he turns at Mouth and Chase.
Yeah, they're trying not to laugh.
But they are.
Yep. And then Quinn and Clay are still giving out candy to the kids when the front porch light goes out. So Clay goes to get a flashlight.
Yep, and he opens up the drawer, sees the gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then he knows that she's still not okay. I mean, it's only been a couple weeks.
Right. And then the kids are at home comparing each other's candy sizes to each other. And Tric says it's no surprise that he won, unless there's a house they skipped where they could get some more.
Yeah, what? So that Chuck can get more?
Mm-hmm.
What's one piece of candy gonna do?
Yeah, another handful, yeah.
No, I'm saying for Jamie. If Chuck has the most already, what's Jamie's one piece gonna do?
Right. Yeah, but Jamie says he's not scared to go, so they leave. And apparently Junk was watching them after trick-or-treating, but he's passed out on the couch.
Well, and Fergie wasn't there. It's always the two of them.
Yeah, and he has marker all over his face, so the kids drew on him.
You know what I thought was weird? Was that they go trick-or-treating, and then they have this party, and kids are still, I don't know. It's just...
Well, trick-or-treating lasts, what?
I said for the kids, I feel like it's a lot.
What do you mean, a lot? And for their day, or?
Yeah. It's been a long night. It should be their bedtime. Normally trick-or-treating ends when bedtime.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, and these kids have been staying up, clearly. So,
yeah, because Junk fell asleep, so he wasn't watching them to put them to bed. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I mean is it's got to be late, and those two should be going home.
Mm-hmm. And Ben said they're walking outside by themselves.
Especially the bully. And, Jamie's already been kidnapped.
Yep. And then they get to that house, and Jamie doesn't go to the door because he says maybe the guy is asleep by now. And Chuck says, or he's too busy chopping up little kids.
Yeah, so he goes.
Yep.
And then it's all a prank.
Yep, because apparently the guy is his uncle. He made it look like that he got kidnapped, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he did scare Jamie and Madison, so, it was a success. And then, Chuck kind of acted like he got stabbed with a fake knife and everything, which really freaked out the kids, of course. And then his uncle was wearing, I think, one of the horror movies, Jason, I think. I could be wrong, I don't know. And then we go back to Tric, where the clowns are singing on stage now, making Haley have her back turned to them and having her ears closed or covered.
Yep, and then Mia said they're not that bad.
Mm-hmm. And they have one more act, number 23, so there's 23 acts, which I feel like would take a long while to get through as well.
Yeah, so Jamie really should be sleeping.
Mm-hmm. And then Mia thanks Haley for taking her to sing in Portland a couple weeks ago, because it was good for her to get out of town and get some perspective.
Yep. So Aaron performs.
Mm-hmm. But Haley doesn't know that until the very end. And then Chase goes to tell Mia that he's sorry for snapping at her earlier, and he knows she's trying to be his friend. And Mia admits that she is happy that Alex is gone, because she knows that he can do better. Not saying that's her, but he deserves somebody who appreciates the kind of man he is. And then Mouth finds Millie, asking if she's ready to go, but she tells him she found another ride, me and the guy
and the guy with real abs.
Yeah.
So when they walk off, which I love that she
Mhm.
found someone else to go, even for one night,
Mhm.
just to rub it in his face.
Yeah.
So then he lifts his shirt up because he has the fake abs. I was like, oh my god.
Mhm. Yeah, so he knows he can't beat him. Yeah.
But I just love that for Millie.
Mhm.
Like, go be with someone else for the night.
Mhm.
Even if you're only talking or, taking shots or something, like, as long as Mel thinks you're really doing something, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Only getting to him, and it's great.
Right. Yeah, he would have been really mad if it was Owen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this guy, he can't really, like you said, he can't really beat this guy. So it's like,
Yeah.
she's already winning.
Yeah, I mean, Owen has, kind of body like that too, so it would have worked either way.
Yeah, but I don't know if Brooke would have liked it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. She's with Julian now, so I don't think it should, but. And then, so Haley finds out that it's Erin who performed because she told her cheers, but she doesn't like talk to her. She just, because it takes her a second to realize even, and she's already gone by the time she does. And then Brooke finds Sylvia to tell her that she wants to tell her how grateful she is that she's helping them with the wedding. And then Sylvia says she has a lot of ideas.
Yeah, she just
Mm-hmm.
giving her input.
And then she even mentioned about the neckline of the dress that, Brooke designed. And now I'm thinking Brooke knows how Haley felt when, she was making her dress for her wedding.
Yeah, but is she really thinking that?
I mean, she could. I don't know. And then Clay tells Quinn that he wants her to take that photo assignment.
Yeah, and she's like, I'll be fine and stuff. And then he said, yeah, but this isn't. And he shows her the gun.
Yeah. So, yeah, he wants her to get away to clear her head for a while, and then he'll be fine. And then now Jamie's passed out on the floor in the living room while Nathan is watching one of his games.
Yeah, and it's funny. He's not even putting him to bed.
Mm-hmm. So he tells, Nathan tells Haley that tonight made him, one of those moments. He had one of those moments where he knew he would remember for the rest of his life when he was trick or treating with Jamie.
So he is watching the Final Four basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
He and Haley wants to sit there and watch it. He's like, I already know how it ends.
Right.
Well, she wants to watch it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I did like how she told him that he'll find the next, great thing that he's, the next thing that he's great at after basketball.
Yeah, and I like how it ends with those two watching the game from like a decade ago, and Jamie's laying on the floor sleeping.
Yeah.
So for me, the high was the beginning. I need all that.
After the dream?
No, the dream.
Oh, you said the high.
Oh, the low then, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the low was That.
Yeah.
The high was
A lot of lows.
I know. Oh, Millie going home with that, or going with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. What about you?
Yeah, the low was Quinn being scared when the trick-or-treaters were there and she thought Kitty was right behind them. And then kind of embarrassed Clay in front of the kids and the girl that was with them. And the high was I don't know, I guess Haley finding out who the woman she's been talking to on the phone with, Erin, finally, because it's been
but
like
she's not
two-ish
supposed to.
episodes. Yeah, I know. But just kind of learning who she is. Because they kind of been becoming friends a little bit over the phone.
I would rate this at 8. What about you?
Yeah, me too.
And then my worst character
Mm-hmm.
was Chuck.
Yeah.
He is the biggest bully.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like twice the size of Jamie.
Right. I'm wondering if he got held back.
Which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
He probably did because he's a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And the best. This is fun. Who was the best of the episode?
Do you want me to tell you mine or?
Yeah.
Well, my worst was Sylvia because she's trying to be controlling with the wedding plans and trying to get rid of Brooke. And the best is Clay because he was trying to help out Quinn and, her trauma from Katie.
I'll go with Clay too.
Yeah. Because he wants her to get better, even if that takes it her going away to South Africa for a while.
Yeah, I'm just going through other characters. I'm like, no,
right.
No. Like, none of you did anything that was stand out good.
Yeah, I mean, Haley did talk to Erin again that one time, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's her job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just like, okay, yeah, I really didn't know because I'm like, who am I going to pick?
Right.
But yeah, I guess I'll go with Clay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And then what's the next episode?
Episode 8, Luck Be a Lady.
Oh, sounds like a song.
Yeah. They all are, aren't they? All of them?
Yeah. It just seems like a song you dance to.
Yeah. I mean, Brooke's going to need luck with Sylvia, so.
Mm-hmm. She's going to need some luck with Sylvia.
Mm-hmm.
If she don't punch her in the face.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Yep. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about the episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Duo Chat Podcast. And give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would appreciate it.